Oops, that was crazy. I wasn't expecting that. Didn't even give me any time. How's everyone doing? I am, as you can see, running around. We're planning the memorial, getting stuff done. As a matter of fact, we have an appointment at about 10 o'clock in the morning for the final stuff. I have my tea this morning, and I am not prepared this morning. So I'm going to move. I'm sorry, I'm moving this. Sorry. Oh, there we go. We're going to move it there. Hi, Helen. Hi, Dawn. So I have to actually sew this up. This here is the Cotton Cuts Flyway, and I'm doing the hummingbird. And this has to be done by November, so I need to get a hop to it. And I'm a little behind because I've been sewing for Project Dress a Girl and also for Quilt of Valor, and run that up with some NICU blankets. So this should be a quick sew, and then we can move on to some other things. But if you're interested, they are, what are we doing? Under the Sea. You can still get that until September 27th, I believe. Let's see, I have it right here. Until, oh no. You ships, okay, so on the 25th, you probably can go in today. They do a grace period. So you have till today to figure it out. You have till today to figure it out. Hi, Christina. But anyway, we're gonna sew this list. We're gonna sew this up. We'll see how long I can stay on here. I'm having all kinds of sinus, and my voice is going in and out, but I do want to get to this. So on clue 8, so clue 9 is coming out October 3rd, and then the reveal is November 7th. So we're going to go with clue 8 here. I'm going to open up. This is all a pre-cut. It's a pre-cut mystery quilt. So I have all this. If you're doing hummingbird, I know some of you are following along with me. This here is fabric E. And then we have this, which is fabric F. This is fabric D, sorry, C, B, these are both fabric Fs, and this is fabric A. So yesterday I was at the doctor's for my checkup, my after, look at this, all my stuff here, my post-op. And she said, everything is looking good. Everything is healing. There's still stitches in me. So I'm just keep up the good work on healing. And so that's where we're at. Doesn't look like we're going to need another surgery anytime soon that we can see. So everything is looking on the up and up, and that was great news. And so that just means that I just got to still keep mind of, you know, lifting and doing things, but I'm on the mend. So that's the good news. So let's see what to do here. So we are going to do, and here it is. We are going to sew a small triangle to E. So we have the E here to a small F triangle. So we're gonna do that 4 times. So we're gonna take this pile and we're gonna sew these right off the bat. So how is everyone doing out there? How is everyone feeling? I know some of us have a lot going on in our lives. Oh, I have to change this out. We cannot sew with my feed. And then I have to see what color I have in there. I don't even recall what color. Oh, I think I have, I have a blue and white. from yesterday's sew. I have to get everything ready to do another flannel quilt to show you. I'm going to just sew with this. We're just going to sew with this and we're going to make it. No, we're not. I didn't realize how dark it was until I just sewed. Hello to Katie Crafts and Pat. So, Teresa Louise, right? She has that friendship block. It's called the friendship block from Jelly Roll Day. And I got thinking that that might be a nice row in the Quilt of Valor quilt that I started with this panel. Yes, Pat, you know how it goes. I start and then I can't stop. Oops, let's try to put that. And so I thought, no, that didn't go. I thought that may be actually, I could maybe make 4 blocks in the top and 4 blocks at the bottom and put that in, because this is kind of going to be like a row type of quilt situation, I'm going to say, right? Because I'm adding on to make the length from the panel. So I got thinking about that last night, and I think that that would look, that may look sweet. So I've been thinking about that. Hello, Trish. How are you? See, I remembered. I wrote it down. That's what I have to do. I have to write things down, and eventually it'll go in this brain of mine. So I'm thinking that maybe I can make some of these friendship blocks again and put them on the top and the bottom as a row, because that would be super cute. And I have some scraps, red, white, and blue scraps that I'm pretty sure would look really nice in this quilt. Yes, isn't that wonderful? Your quilts are lovely. The veterans are loving them all that you and your viewers have been making. Yes, and I'm so happy. And again, I was started, and this happens to me every time. I say I'm going to make 1, and then 1 turns into 2. Sometimes we end up with 6 or 7. So, you know, that's how it goes. All right, so now we need A here, and it says sew a small triangle, right? Sew is a small C triangle. We're making 2 of these. And it's ABC triangle. And we're going to sew that to the top right. So that's this one. I just kind of center it on here. Let's see. There we are. Can't wait to see what this looks like. And let's see what we have. I completed 12 blocks with Teresa's friendship block, thinking about doing 4 more just to make it a little bigger. Yeah, I mean, I love the block. I love the idea of the block. And wouldn't it be super sweet to have a friendship block within this Quilt of Valor? Because this, you know, is a bunch of us part of this quilt. So, yeah. I love the idea. Okay, so I have these, and now we're going to press these, and they're pressing it towards the E. So if you're doing this, we're doing towards the E. I'm loving this fabric. It's just, I love the colorway of this. It's just gorgeous. Here we are. And now we are going to add, we're going to just take 2 of these, and we're going to put the E. E is on the bottom, which is this. This is the E. And then we are going to put 2 of these squares on here. So we're going to go ahead And, right, I want to make sure, yeah, we're going to put this on there. And then after we're done with this, we're going to work on the Quilt of Valor, one that I am working on. Let's see. The tears of thank you from them warms your heart. And when I tell them we bind the quilts, it binds in all, oh, the love from the ones that have touched the quilt, plus all that are thinking of them. I think that is lovely. I actually just delivered a quilt to a veteran who's in hospice right now. B. I did that a couple weeks ago. And I showed you how to make the one that I made. And his daughter said he was just in tears, just so touched that someone took the time to think about him and make him that. And it's just lovely. I'm so happy, you know, we could make his time here be his time that he has left meaningful to him. So yeah, it's just a lovely thing. And now we're gonna go back to this. I'm trying to strategically sew these up so that I can keep sewing continuously on this one line. Right. All right, so we have that. And we'll press those. So now we have to press everything. So here we are going to now take these and we are going to press these out. And with that said, there are some of us on here this morning. Good morning to all. And I have some questions here. Ready? This is quite interesting. The Cheshire, I'm going to say this wrong. The Cheshire cat, you know, like in Alice in Wonderland, the Cheshire cat, well, not like in Alice in Wonderland, but the Cheshire cat is a species of cat native to Cheshire, England. True or false? All right, so what we have here is the C up here. No, sorry. The C up here, and then the B over here. We're going to put another B on the top of here. So we're going to put this on top. So we're going to sew that through. The Cheshire cat. Basically, true or false. Is the Cheshire cat a species of the cat native to Cheshire, England? And talk, well, not England, but Zaza, the inappropriate quilter, is going to have her first live, I believe, 3 p.m. tomorrow. And she's based out of Scotland. Good morning, Emery. How's your husband doing? I don't know what's going on, but my thoughts and prayers are always there. Morning, Giovanna. Yes, false. Hi, Anna. How are you? D. D is this, so we're going to put these two in right here. So we had good news. Everything is healing nice. So I'm doing a good healing process. Doesn't look like anything is out of place or out of ordinary. So right now, I don't even have a follow-up visit. She says, we're done here. And I could follow up with my regular doctor. She dismissed me. I don't know how I feel about that, but she did dismiss me. All right, so here we are. This is a big piece. I was like, wait, these are small pieces. This is a big piece. So I need to stitch this, the last two half square triangles with the F out like this. And we're going to put that this way. So I am going to sew it. As long as I have it this way, we're going to sew it upside down. Okay, so we have false. Let's see. Hi, Rita. Morning. Wonderful. You are healing. Thank you. Good morning, Graham. He says it's false. What do we have? But still, oh no. Giovanna, I'm seeing my doctor ASAP. No, yeah, to discuss other things because she kind of scooted me out of there and I had a lot of questions. And she basically just said, follow up my questions and concerns with my doctor who sent me to her for the surgery. Yeah, her bedside man, she was fabulous. And I don't know, her bedside manner towards the end was a little off for me, but so I have to deal with mine and that's totally fine. She knows me. We can have all those discussions. Hello, Anita and Deb. Yeah, because I was asking her things and she's like, oh, you need to do this. And I'm like, oh, well, will you be sending a script over? And she's like, no, you'll have to figure all that out. It happened to be that my primary care doctor had called me right after my visit because I was going to make an appointment with the other doctor, my other regular doctor. And then she's like, no, I'll just order it. She's like, it's not a problem. She says, I'm over here ordering your scripts. So she says, I have no problem with ordering it. Okay, so this here, I'm trying to see which way to press it. It didn't come up on my, I'm going to assume this. My printer, when it printed that, it was on its last leg of ink. So my guess is it was not loving it. All right, so we have this, but we have good news and I'll definitely be following up. It was anaphylaxis and thank you was discharged yesterday. I will be lurking. Oh my goodness. So like an allergic reaction to something? That's not good. All right, so we have this where the bees are on the side, right, to your left, because I know I'm mirrored for whatever crazy reason. And then to the right, I have the D at the bottom. And that is where we're going to put this piece here. And we're going to make sure the E is on the right-hand side, facing down. Yeah. And we have a lot of people on here whose husbands, I mean, there are tons. Right now, my mind is escaping me, but I know there's a lot. I know we have Nikki. There's a lot. I have to write them down, actually. I should write them down because I should put that with my Nino Divino when I come across it. You're welcome to mention if you are one who's, I don't know why I feel like some of you are on here, but I don't want to say the name because I don't know if it's proper knowledge. All right, so for the Cheshire Cat, a lot of you said false, and the correct answer is false. False is the correct answer. This is what the little blurb says. The Cheshire Cat is the fictional creation of Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland. I didn't even read that when I said that, so go figure. All right, so when we're going to press these, you're going to press it towards the square in a, right? The square, I think they call that square in a square. Okay. So we're pressing this towards that. And then this one, We are pressing towards the F, the big F piece. And look at how fast we got this. This clue went by really quick. So we will have sewn what looks like this. So we're going to sew this. And then we have our clue 8, and then off to designing our quilt of valor. Maybe taking out the scraps to do a friendship block. Hi, Zaz. I was just talking about you, that you have your first live tomorrow at, wait, is that right? Yes. At 3 Eastern Standard Time, correct? That's for us. You're probably going on at a different time, but for us, it would be 3 Eastern Standard Time. And let's see, yes, 8 is her time. Thank you, Graham. Yes, this is, we're quilting on this channel, and then we play some fun and games. All right, ready? WD stands for Walter Displacement, 40th attempt. WD-40 stands for Walter Displacement, 40th attempt. True or false? Zaza, wow, really, woohoo. I have to figure out what time that is for me. So it's 3 Eastern Standard Time. So that means if you're Central, it would be 2, right? Then if you're Mountain, that's where I get lost. That's where it all goes from there. I have been having terrible back and leg pain, therefore little exercise, but my eye doctor said sewing is wonderful as it is exercise for the brain. Yes, it is. Noon in Arizona, she thinks. Graham says this answer is true. So he's saying WD-40 stands for Walter Displacement, 40th attempt. We have a true. Hi, Joanna. How are you? I had no idea what WD-40 meant, but that is true. It says that, and let me just see how to press this. This goes up. It says, the alphanumeric name was taken straight out of the inventor's lab book in 1953. Okay, so here, I wish I could just do clue 4 right now, but I can't because it hasn't been launched. I mean, not clue 4, but clue 9, but I can't because it hasn't been launched. So there we are. We have our clue for our hummingbird, 8 cotton cuts. If you are interested in doing under the sea with me, today is the day. Today you have to contact Cotton Cuts. You can use promo code LEANNASEA and you get a free gift ordering with that code. Hi, Rhonda. So we're going to go over, though. We're going to go over and look at what we got going on. We're going to be cutting. I'm not prepared, so yesterday it was a long day for me, a very long day. All right, so we have this. And my thoughts were when we discussed that we were going to do this with some more of this and just call it a day. But then I got thinking I really like Teresa Louise's friendship block. I think it's an 8.5 by 8.5 inch block, but I'm not sure because I haven't made it. But I was looking at the dimensions and I think I figured it was an 8.5 by 8.5 inch block. So let's see how we can fit that in here. So in here, as of right now, I have 50. And it really needs to get to 60. which it will with, you know, with some more borders on the side. I figured you may have a train lover as a veteran. I'm hoping, Pat, because it's super cute. It's super patriotic, and I chose all my star charms to use with this. So 50, so 8, 8, 16, 24, 36. So maybe 5. 5 will give me 8 times 5 is about 40. So that'll give me 40. 5, 6, maybe 6. Maybe I could even make 6 chip blocks. I don't really know. This was sent to me by one of you all. and now it's becoming a friendship block. So you know what? I don't know if that's going to work. 8 and 8. Well, let's see what I have. So I have these, and you need a lot of 2.5 by 4.5 inch chips. They call them chips because it's like a potato chip. You can't just have one. I'm a chip block maker. No, not about 40. It is 40. Yeah, I know. 8 times 5 is 40. But you know, I'm just thinking in my head, the friendship block is so effective. So, let's see how many let's see what I've got. This is my little bit of fabric that I could cut up into 2.5 inch and maybe make some friendship blocks and just put them up there. I really don't. I thought I had more than I do. Maybe we're just going to stick with maybe friendship block has to be another Quilt of Valor quilt in the future. Maybe I'm going to go with the original with this as it is, because I don't think I really have, though it would be interesting to somehow put it in here. Okay, we're going to go with the original right now, and then we'll deal with the friendship block later. My cat's name is Chip. Oh, that's a cute name. Little bit, yes. You need an accent color to get the star to work. So my thought was to do red and blue as the chips and white as the star. That was my thought. You know, that was my thought. Hold on. You know what? We can talk and chat. I'm going to put us here. I'm going to cut this. This is ridiculous. I think the friendship block is going to look super cute in this. So we're going to talk chat. And I'm going to get a little tiny, here we are. We're going to do this. Here we are. We have this. We have this. And I just need a 4.5. We have this beautiful 4.5 inch. Let's just talk. We'll play some games. We'll trim up. Hi, Hildegard. Yes, so we'll do some talking. And so again, if you are making these baby quilts and sending them to me, you should probably think about sending them to me now, because we're getting to that time. In whatever state you have them in, because I wanted to do the show and tell. I have to wash them and then get them to the coordinator because she wants to do her bags for the families here. So again, it's 36 by 36, and no rag quilts, but you can do anything else as long as it's flat. It could be 100% cotton or 100% flannel cotton. So you could start bringing me those. I just ordered the Project Dress a Girl labels. So we're going to put those onto the dress. Well, I'm going to put them onto the dresses. And then the Quilt of Valor, I'll just keep working on that here. So am I caught up? Joseph, I saw something about Joseph. So hello, Joseph. Are you feeling better? Anna, yes, I'm feeling better. You're welcome. I don't know what I'm doing today. I'm meeting with, you know, doing some of the stuff for my grandma's memorial today, but I'm home. I was thinking about making a drive out, but somewhere, I haven't decided. This thing came off. Clearly, I put it in the wrong. Oh, come on. Wow. This is really stuck on here. Let's see, how else? Yeah. I'm going to fight with this bag. There it goes. All right, we're going to do some chips. We're going to get some chips going here. I need something to cut. And we're going to work on that beautiful panel that was gifted to me from you all. We're going to work on that. Pull it up. Yes, I did. Oh, it's your puppy's 67th birthday. And is he feeling good today? I hope he's having a good day. I hope he's having a great day, actually. Not a good day, but a great day. All right, here we go. We have another Domino's pizza. Domino's Pizza employees know when the U.S. is going to war because the White House orders more after-hour pizzas. Is that true or false? And then I'm going to go into my 2.5 by 2.5 inch scrap drawer and grab anything that happens to be like a white. Oh no, that has, I need white 2.5. See, I didn't write it down, but I need, yeah, those need to be, those, I need 4 2.5 by 4.5 inch pieces that are white, since that's my accent. Am I correct in that? I believe I'm correct in that. Look at this. I'm hoping all this is 2.5 inches. I mean, it looks like it. It looks like at some point has a lot of 2.5 inches. We have false. Hi, Denise. Anita, I don't know. I read your stuff, Anita, but I don't even know if I said hi to you. And Joe. All right, so what do we got? We got a lot of false. And the answer is a myth, correct? The answer is a myth. These are too small to do anything with. Does not look like a 2.5 inch. These all look like 2.5 inch. Let's see. This is smaller than 2.5. This is definitely a 2.5. The answer is myth or false. It says attempts to independently verify the accuracy of Domino's pizza meter have failed. It has failed. So they do not know anything more than we do. And we did those. Let's see. Let's get this deck going here. What's the difference between the French chip block and the potato chip block? Because they put in a star in it. One of the chips has been flipped and stitched into a, and it forms a star. Go to Teresa Louise, and I will try to post it. I will share her post because she made a post. I saw it this morning with the dimensions and size. And I know Katie made a post a while ago. Ready? Let's see. Okay, so celebrity. Johnny Cash, Cher, Burt Reynolds, and James Gardner are all part Indian. True or false? So we're taking our scraps out, or my red, white, and blue scraps, and we are trying to form some friendship blocks. And that's 2.5. This can definitely be 2.5. Oh, I could use this. That would be a contrast color. It's like a tan. Maybe, but I think a stark white might be better. So it's really in your face. These are from all previous Quilts of Valor quilts that I have made. These. Okay, so this looks like, let's see. That looks like a 2.5-inch piece. So we have, true. Yes, I'm going to make a block. I'm going to try to get this as quickly as I can. A lot of this is actually already cut in 2.5-inch pieces. So I think we're going to be cooking with gas here pretty soon. This is less than 2.5. Here's some red. I do need some red. There was a lot of blue. So let me press this red so we could throw this red in. It's a little bit different, this red, than the red in there, but I think, oh, here's some white. Nothing here, though, is a 2.5 by 4.5. So these are all small. So none of that's going to work. I have one piece here. Nope, that's not going to work. And I'm going to need some 2.5-inch squares so I could do the flip and stitch. I'm just going to go into my 2.5-inch squares that are already cut and grab a pile of something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. That looks like a 2.5 by 4. Look at this. Oh my goodness. I forget I have all these fabulous. See, this is all scraps from previous projects. And most of them, it's great, are like 2.5. Look at this. How cute is that? And that is not 2.5. And we have a piece here. This looks like a 5. It is a 5 that way, and it's a 5 that way. That should go in my charms. I have a charm pile. So here we are. And I think this is 5. So I'm going to stick that. I'll cut those up to put in my charm section. Someone's getting a ticket. All right. And let's see. What do we got here? This is white. I think I have enough. I'm just going to press this bag. I'm going to find some white or light to make it pop, as you say. And here we are. Is this 4.5? That's 4.5. And we have this blue. Oh, I love this blue, and it has stars. Oh, I love this piece. All right. Friendship block, here we come. So now I'm going to take all this, put this, that's a big piece. Put this all aside. And I think this is 5-inch too. Yep, I'm going to cut these all up for charms. Let's see what I'm missing. Graham, that's why it's so important to keep scraps. I'm learning to sew. I am glad you're learning to sew. Well, come subscribe and check out some of my other things. I fly by the seat of my pajamas around here. I can use anything. I use anything less than 2.5 squares. Well, I do. I'm keeping those. It's just I can't use it for here. All right. So we are going to go ahead in this. So with the Johnny Cash one here, Johnny Cash, Cher, Burt Reynolds, and James Gardner are all part Indian. It is true. All have some ancestry to the Cherokee Nation. So I'm coming here. When I process these, I come where the fold is, and I make sure that is parallel with this. Hi, Jennifer, because I want to make sure that I don't have a wonky strip. Okay? I do. This is kind of awkward to work this way. I like to be up processing my stuff. But I am a little tired, so I'm going to there we are. Put that there. Alrighty, we next for our next question. Ready? IBM, International Business Machines, was originally called CTR, Computing, Tabulating, Recording Corporation. True or false? Now these, I believe, I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to kind of come in here and pile a bunch together. Well, this here is a 2.5 inch piece right on its own. No, it's not. It's shy, so that I can't use that. So I come in here. Let's see what people say true. We have some trues about the IBM question. And take my 4.5 inch. So I have one white fat quarter left from that bundle that was sent to me, a red, white, and blue bundle. I think I'm just going to take that and chop that up all into a 2.5 by 4. You know what? I have to stand up. I cannot cut this way. Sorry, all. This is going to take me forever. If I have to cut this way, I'm moving, everybody. The camera's moving. I'm moving. Everything is moving. My cards are moving. I can't do it. I can't do it. All right. I'm moving the camera. You're getting a shot here of everything. There we go. Turn away. There we are. This is so much better. So yes, so we have the IBM question. So now I'm going to go through here and pull anything that looks like it is, that looks like 2.5 inches. I just take this. This is how I do it. Yep. And I'll start piling this up. I couldn't do it sitting down. It'll take me forever. And I find different. Here we are. I don't know. I have about 6. Let's go 8. Let's go 8 deep. Let me find another here. These look like 2.5 inch. Yes, they are. We will go 8. Is that 2.5 inch? Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, I don't need this board anymore. Put this back over here. So now I have 8 inch. So much better. So we have that. This now just goes in that pile for crumb quilting. We have that. Can I do it? Now this looks just a little bigger than 2.5. Just a smidge. It is. I knew it looked a little big. Okay, so I'm coming over here. Just needs a little sliver. There we are. And I have it over here too. So I'm going to come over here and sliver it just so. And bring this over. So we have that. Now I have these. I'm going to take this and go and do a 2.5 because this can possibly, these here, these handful could possibly be a flip and stitch. 2.5. Because we need some that are 2.5 as well. So I might as well pile those up. And let's see, do I get one more of this? I do. So that's what you're doing. You're cutting and you're going to get a bunch like this. I'm going to throw in, oh, here's the red. And this looks like a 2.5 inch piece. Sometimes they look 2.5 and then they're not quite 2.5. So we're going to double check. It is a 2.5. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to go through my pile again. Oh, I have lots of these sailors. We'll give some of these sailors a try. Pile them up. There we are. Come in here with and these I can't make into 2 and oh, maybe is that a 2.5? This one piece is a 2.5. So we have a 2.5 inch. I think, I don't know. This doesn't look right. Let's see. Nope, it's shy. It's shy by a 1/16. I'm not going to mess with it. All right, we're going to take some of this fireworks for our next cut. So we can add that to the mix. Here we are. And then I think we should be pretty good. We should have enough chips to play with for a little bit. And then I do have to cut some white chips. That I do need to do. So we have that. And this could be a 2.5. And this is a 4.5. And this is how we process. So we have this stack, we have this stack. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else. Oh, here, this is a 2.5. Let me throw some of this in. I'm trying to get some variety in our block. So we'll throw some of this in. Let's see what else I have I could throw in here that's already cut by 2.5. Now this does not look like it's 2.5 over here. That's not 2.5. Let's come over here. Sometimes, right? We get psyched out. Let's see. I take this 2.5 inch. I'm bringing it all the way over. And the minute it loses that 2.5 inch, I must have like cut this while I was, I don't know. And I'm looking over here too. Okay, here it is. So this part here is not 2.5. So we'll just put that aside. And then over here, clean that off. Now we have a perfect 2.5. What else do I have here? I have these. We'll go with this. We have some of this. We'll go with some of that. And we have this. It's not quite 2.5. All right, we'll go with this for right now. Now I know in here I have like that. Pull that out. You hear my rooster? That's vanilla ice. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go over to, well, let me get some more red. I'm going to just put this red in there real quick, because I feel we need a little bit more red in here into our mix. Open this up, and that becomes a 2.5 inch. Look at that. That's the scrap we have. All right, let me go and grab some more of these flips and stitch. So when I made the last Quilts of Valor, remember I told you I cut up, so I have actually some of these from a Quilts of Valor quilt. So see, I'm just going to add that to my pile because I just went in there. And this is good. And here is that fat quarter I said I have. I do need this in order to make the friendship block. So we are going to go ahead where is it? I'm going to take my XL ruler and I am going to line this here, just in case if you all don't know. I'm sorry, I have missed the chat, so I'm trying to get this going. So I'm putting, this is the folded line. I want to make sure my folded line is really well on there. And then I'm just going to put this on here with the folded line, and then we're going to go 2.5 inch cuts are where the square is. So I'm just going to cut right through. And that was a square. All right, we have that. Take this off. And now we're going to pick up all these. Now, you know what? Honestly, it's more of a pain to do this. It's actually easier just to come in now that I have these strips cut. I'm trying to maximize, so I'm taking the selvage and putting it out. Just take them. Here we are. Let me stack them. I could have done that much neater and been done already. All right, we have one set. So we need 4 of these white accents for the center of the friendship block. So here we are. Okay. So now I'm going to come in here with my regular 4.5. Here is my selvage. I'm going to cut off my selvage. There we are. And then I have all these, and they are 4.5 inch. They're shy of 4.5 inch. So we just take this for another day. I'm not going to mess with them. We're going to take this over and let's sew. Let's sew a friendship block and see how we can put it in here. All right. I'm going to move the camera. Moving the camera. So bye, Pat. Let's see. I've missed all the chat. We have the IBM. I am looking for, I just had my design boards. Where did I put that? Here it is. Okay, here's our design board, and we're going to put it on here so you know what I'm talking about. And while we're doing that, let's see. So we have, okay. I'm so behind on this chat. I really am behind on this chat. So I guess Sherry is here. I am sitting and learning to make, I cut accurately my AccuQuilt, 8.5 inch. Hi, Sherry. All right. I'm sorry. I really am behind on here. So we're just going to pick a spot here. I'm sending you 2 little tops on your way. I hope they can be useful for the NICU blankets. They will. I have an AccuQuilter. It's just this is easier for me right here. I almost gave the sailor quilt you did to the wrong branch of military. I wanted to give it to a guy who said his dad was Navy as he joined the Army and Air Force. You know, it would have been all good. So is to play fabric poker. I sure am. I definitely am. Hi, Myra. I think. And if I've missed anyone, hi, Melanie, that's come in. You know it's because I'm on this wild thing right now. And I'm going to stop reading all this. See. Man, I want to see this, and you'll have to watch on replay. Okay, great idea, listening to the birds. Okay, here we go. Friendship block. So we're going to need 4 of these. 1, 2. Again, I don't know if Teresa did a tutorial on this. I'm sure she did, and I missed it. Okay, so I'm winging this, folks, because I am not quite sure. I know that when you see the chip this way, right, you're going to have it this way. I'm just placing like how maybe the chips would lie. All right, tell me, am I sewing it this way or that way? That's the question of the day. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Maybe I need to sketch it. Here we are. This is Quilts of Valor. So if I have this, and you have the 2 chips here, and then you have the 2 chips going this way, and the 2 chips going this way, right? And then I think it has to go this way. I think the chip has to go this way in order for it to look like a friendship, right? It would have to go this way, is what my guess is. Well, we're going to just go for it. We'll see. I'm going to make 4. If we have it wrong, the good news is I will not trim yet. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I have a mat here. This happens to be a Quilt in a Day mat. This was gifted to me, and it's great. So we're just going to go with it. I just really, this morning, kind of looked at it for 2 seconds. I didn't think I was going to come here live and just start sewing it. It was just the thought of it may looking pretty on this quilt. That's how my mind works. So you need 4 of these blocks, though, to make a friendship block. Let's see. Anybody says something special? I need a pattern, but anything regular. I'm okay. Hi, Norma. So let's press this out and see. So the IBM International Business Machines was called CTR, Computing, Tabulating, and Recording Corporation. That answer is true. It says the CTR was listed on the New York Stock Exchange in 1916. It didn't become IBM until 1924. All right, I'm not trimming it off yet because I've got to see where we're going with this. So if I have the block and it's set where this is at the bottom, and then this, oh, maybe not. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here. Maybe I should give this up. That didn't work quite as I thought it would. Maybe it's the other way. My friendship blockers. I know that this is reverse of what you have. I don't know. We'll just go with it. Okay. We're just going to start sewing. So you put 2 of these chips together. We're going to start with that. I did not see what they did. So I'm just kind of forming a potato chip block on my own here. I'm putting 2 together. I need 4, so everything is in sets of 4. Teresa sometimes is on here. Teresa, if you're on here, guide me through this. Let's see. Put the white ants together into suppose look just like a friendship star. Okay. That's why I picked it to go that way. So okay, we have our, I'm going to press. So we have our 2 right here that we put long right on the vertical seam, not on the little one, on the long one. And now we're going to come here and pick some and put it on the top and the bottom. And we're going to grab these. Yeah, like they are definitely like potato chips, right? You have to have more than one. Who here has done this? Well, someone just said they did and they were going to put in another row. All right, so we have these 4. Then we're going to put one on the bottom. Let's see. Oh, wait, here we are. So put the white, okay, did that. One white one goes on each 8-piece block. Then when you put for the small blocks together, it forms a star in the middle. I'll be back. I'm going to the turnaround doctor live working on my brain. I'm so glad I found you, and I'll be back. That will be great. Make sure you subscribe. Take care, Graham. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put another one of these chips, which is 2.5 by 4.5, in case if we don't know. We are going to put this here. And we'll put this on the other end. All right, so we have our 2 on there. So now we're going to press, and this is where we're going to add this piece, I believe. So we need this. Now I need to put 2 pieces together. So we're gonna take, and if things touch, it's just the way it goes at this point. So we're going to put 2 of these together, and we are going to sew on the short side because that's going to go on the sides. So I need definitely 2 units, and then I'm going to need 1 unit with 1 of these and 1 of these. The question of the day is I'm not quite sure which way we're doing it. So my guess is that's going to be, I'm going to have to cut that and just take a chance. So do I put them on both sides or just the one side? Anyone know? Make sure the white is on the bottom right, popping out. The bottom right. Okay, so actually I need then, wait a second, yeah. Bottom right. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna go with that. Is it going like this? Wait a second. Am I supposed to be sewing it like this and not like this, right? I'm supposed to be sewing it like this, I'm gathering. I think I just sewed them wrong. Did I just sew that wrong? I think I did. The white portion, where do you position the white one? So that chip is on the end is where the triangle is. Hold on. Hold the phone. I think I did this wrong. Is this, that's not right. I think it's supposed to be like this, right? It's this way, not this way, right? Let's see. This is a learning. This channel is all about learning. So that chip on the end is where the triangle is sailing over in the confused section eating crackers. I am too. Which one is it? To the one to the right? Hold on. I'm going to sew. I'm going to sew. Hey, this is real life quilting here. This isn't Julia Child magical oven. Ready, done, go. Okay, I'm going to point one, and I've got to, hey, the good news is there's seam rippers. That's why they made them. That's why they invented them. Okay, so this is, I think it's B block. I'm going to say it's B. This is A, and this is B. I think it's this one. I think it's this one. And here's the seam ripper. Okay. So let's sew this correct, and it means I have to trim these. It takes a village, folks. It takes a village. Just remember that. All right, so we're going to now place this on the red. B, yes. Kermit. Oh, Kermit, okay. I thought there was someone on here named Kermit. All right, so we have that. And I need to cut this one off. And we'll put that to this red. And we'll go with this red. See, I knew I needed some more reds. All right, I think we've got it now. So we have here 4 of these. I need to make 2 more sets of these. I need to press this. Welcome to the whirlwind. See, we're passing this Quilt of Valor together because we are doing this together. And we need 1 more. Let's give it some, let's give it a blue chip here. All right. So let's press this. I just pressed this out is how I did it. All right. So we have this. Now we're going to take, and she said to the right, we're going to put this on the right. So this will go on to, oh, look at that. I didn't even plan that, but here, we'll take a different, well, they're all going to have that. So, because I have 4 that look like that. Yep. So we're going to put this right on here. We're going to sew this to the right of this. We are all learning now. The white unit goes on the right bottom. Okay, that's what I have. I have right bottom. I'm sure it's showing to you left, but this is my right. So we're going to come here and open these up. Here we are. I'm excited to see what it looks like. Now, that's right. So the block itself is 8, but you need 4. So 8.5 and 8.5 times 2 is 16, 17 minus I'm just trying to think. Minus a half is 16.5. So this should be a 16.5 inch block. Is that what we're getting at? Is this a 16.5 inch block? This may be way too big for what I wanted to do there, actually. So this may be this may be just a learning video. This may not be integrated in there. I didn't think of that. When I was doing the measurements, I was going on an 8.5 inch. Hi, Terry. Yes. Oh. And I need 1 more of these, right? That goes on the bottom here. I will definitely have to share out Teresa's post. Again, Katie did a live where Teresa was there. There was a whole bunch of creative people on that live, and that was on Jelly Roll Day. All right, so we have this. We're going to add our regular ones to the side. And these are just the 2 chippers. There's no, I mean, it goes by really quick. It's always nice to start something new. It's like a squirrel project. You work on one project, you get sidetracked, and it's, oh, I think I'll do this project now. I have too much of that going on. I am trying to rein all my projects in to finish them. Because right now I have way too much WIPs happening. And I'm not used to that. what? Maybe we could come up with something neat. Maybe I could put one of these stars on, I don't know. Maybe we could figure something out fun. Where I know I had one of these, but I don't know what happened to it. Did I drop it? I'm not supposed to do that. You didn't see me do that. Here it is. I have my little thing on the other side. All right, so here it is. Here's our last chip of the day. Going on to this set that I've got going on here. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see. Hopefully the magic happens. If not, we will have invented a new potato chip block if this doesn't work. It'll be a happy accident, as what the painter Bob Ross likes to say. There's no mistakes, just happy accidents. That's what we may have happen here. Now, you would take time to press, but I'm just excited and I want to see what's going on here. All right, so let's see. We have our 4 blocks. Let's put all our potato chips aside. Fabric chips. So we have that. And we have this. And we have that. And we have, no, that's not right. That's a real big no. Close. That matches. Hit, no. Now what did I do? Everything's to the right. Right? Everything's to the right. Am I got everything? Aha! Yeah. Yeah, I did something wacky doodle here. That's to the left. That's to the left. This one is to the right. These all... This is to the right, and these are to the left. So with that said, okay, here we go. That was way too off. It's just easier to fix it. This is probably not the block I'm going to be using. This is probably the block I'm going to be using as my sample block, so I can get it straight next time. Because I already know that I pop seams, but that's okay. This is just for us for right now. It's for us to play with. I do not recommend doing what I just did with pulling. It works on, you know, straight, but not when it's patchwork. Okay, now for television purposes, okay? We will not be using this block in the final. But I definitely want to, I want to see what it looks like. Here we are. Now we'll put it together. Now everything is to the right on your, okay? And so we will put one here, one here, one here, and now we have what it's supposed to look. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, it's striking in person. Let me put this together. Again, I don't think, well, you know what, I could salvage. It's only right here. I could salvage this block. I just have to come here, and this is where, like, I lost a little bit of the, And did this, nope, that one didn't rip. Okay, so that's where it ripped. In this one spot, I just, oh, what did I do? Put that back. Put that back. This way, and this goes this way. Okay, so here we are. We're going to put these two together. I'm sure I really confused you all on this, but I'm learning with you here. Without you, this madness could not be possible. All right, so now I know I popped a seam somewhere here. Is it this one? No. And this one? No, I guess I didn't. Was it this? No, I did good. Okay, so it was only that one. I still don't recommend doing the tear thing I did once you have on patchwork. Only on, you know, I mean, if you want, you can. You do what you want, but when it's a whole piece, it's a little different. All right, so we're good. Making sure all my seams, I didn't pop any with the ripping of the fabric. Actually, the fabric never ripped. I'll show it to you up front. It was, I popped one seam and I just went ahead and fixed it with the sewing machine. Oh my goodness, I do love this block. I do love this block. Teresa, hats off to you. You did well, honey. You did a great, fabulous thing. This is fabulous. It really is fabulous. Wait till you see it. So you start off with that one block right there. And look, we have this. How beautiful is that? Oh, that is scrumptious. Oh, dear, dear, dear. You know what's going to happen here, right? You all know what's going to happen here, right? I'm supposed to be doing other things. I'm supposed to be wrapping up this quilt of Valor and sending it. I was only sending her one, and I ended up with 3. Then I had 4. Now look at this. This has got to be a quilt on its own. I'm not even adding this to that. That I'm going to finish with charms and strips. But this, OMG. Yes. Yes. Wow. Okay, let me go back. Let me go back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, I have a few whips I have to learn for emotion. Leanna, I'm going to email you when I get a chance. Oh, okay, go for it. My little assistant has me up early. Oh, Terry put up a post today of the cutest little dog, I believe 16 years old. Yes, I struggle with the mirror image too. I do too, but it's not my pattern. I don't feel like I should be able to do a tutorial on it. I think Teresa has to do a tutorial and then we just need to share it out. Joyce was trying to tell me. Ripping it. I sure do. Oh, yeah, I would not recommend ripping on patchwork. Only like if you just have, one seam on a straight things. You didn't. I'm always confused. Oh, let's see. Yes, show us again, please. Okay, we'll do one more now that we know what we're doing. Oh my gosh, I love this. I love this. Okay, so being that we're gonna take 4 of these again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. But now I've got to remember how I did my stitch and flip. I'm gonna just pull this out here for a second. Here it is. Okay, and then we're going to take, we had the 4 2.5 by 4.5. We're going to take 4 2.5 inch squares. Yeah, I'm going to just do this. Okay, and let's see. you know, do I even have 4? Let's see what I have here. 1. I'm looking to add to this. 1, 2, 3. And I don't. So we'll just do, oh, here I have 4 reds. Okay, we're going to take these reds and put these aside. Oh, and I have these 4 reds. Oh, I like these 4 reds better. Let's go with these 4 reds. Okay, so I have these 4 reds. All these chips are for just regular sewing. Okay, not to confuse anybody. The reason why I have those reds aside, you'll see later. Okay, so I have my 4 red or blue or whatever color you want. I am going to take this. I am going to put this 2.5 inch piece. Now, I'm going to do this for purposes, for your purposes only, because it's not for my purposes I use this. But for your purpose, I'm also going to link Katie's live because I'm pretty sure something was done there. I just didn't go on that live. So I have it marked there. So if I'm looking at this, okay, and I have my 4.5 and 2.5, my line is going that way. It is going to your right. It is not going this way. It is going that way. But for you, that's going to give you the opposite. So I'm looking at this and it's going to go to my right. The line that I draw is going to go from the bottom left point to the top right point. Okay? There you go. I hope I got that right. I hope I got that right after I did all that. No, I told you wrong. Darn it. Let me look at this. Okay, this goes here. And then this goes here. Right? I did that I did it mirror image myself. Okay. So here it is. Sorry, it goes this way. So it goes from the bottom right. This is the right one. The bottom right to the top left. The diagonal goes from the bottom right to the top left. Okay, that's the diagonal. I'm looking at this now. Angly challenge. It's like Jenny always says, angly challenge. There you go. So I'm going to put these here. So I do this step first. I think it's going to get some used to, but you know, now I figured it out. I'm all excited. I figured it out. Okay, let's make another one. Again, the line is going from the lower right-hand side to the upper left-hand side. And we are going to No, you don't like me today. Nothing likes me today. I have to go. Okay, I just looked at the time. I'll sew this one, but I have to go. I have a meeting. All right, here we go. So again, the diagonal is going from the right hand, lower right hand, up to the upper left hand. And I'm just using my diagonal seam tape now that I know which way my diagonal is going. Oh my goodness, this is too cute. This is too cute. I really have work to do. I really cannot be just throwing together another quilter Fowler. I actually have legitimate work in a couple of weeks. All right, so I did those. Then I'm going to put together on this short end, I'm going to put 4 of those to but I am not going to do it with my needle in the middle. I'm going to do it with a 1/4 inch seam. So with that said, that's okay. I just started it. It's all good. So we have these 4. I'm putting that aside. I am taking 4 groups of chips this way. 1, 2. Might as well get them sewn up now. 2. And there's no rhyme or reason. I'm just taking stuff and going with it. I'm taking my 4 reds for the flip and stitch, and I'm putting them over with that other pile. Now I'm going to find 2 chips that I like. I'm going to put them together, and this time I'm going to sew on the length of it. And I need 4 of those. Let's see, I might run out of chips here. I only cut so many from my scraps. Well, you know, the thing is also, you don't have to necessarily use all potato chips. We can maybe put them off with a little bit of like big material we have. You know what I'm saying? Like a big focal fabric. Okay, so I have 4 of these that are the skinny sewn and 4 of the length sewn here. And then I need these singles. So we'll put the singles aside. And here we are. So now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to press everything. So I have everything ready to do a quick sew. And I'm going to pray that I had that diagonal right because you just never know. So we're going to cut that. I'm having fun with this. This is great. Let's see. Muttering to self about bats. Please hit the thumbs up. Thank you. Double tap the screen on your phone. I'm losing some of y'all. It's all right. I should have been long gone, but now you have me all wanting to make another one. So we're going to make another one because it's kind of cool. And so I'm going to just press everything. Now that I did my first one, I know now in my head what I could do. We're not leaving yet.
No.
Oh, okay. So I have these 4 done now. I have 4 units like this done. Now I'm going to have 4 units like this one. And we could start sewing 4 units like that. Okay, so with that said, we're going to start with this, and we are going to put our chip where there is, you know, perpendicular to it, okay? So you have the seam going this way and the regular chip going that way. This is making me hungry for potato chips right now. I don't know why. Or cookies. And I don't need either one. So we're going to come here. And put that. This is so cool. This can definitely be, I'm thinking more NICU quilts. This would be cool in a NICU quilt. Think about it. You put 4 of these together, and then you just kind of put a little border on it. That would be super cute. Very super cute. All right, so put this on this side. Let's see if I have enough chips. I think I may have enough chips. We will see. I think we just made it in the chip department. So we're going to cut these apart. And we'll have this. This is what we're at. We have, hi, Angelica's here. Hello. Yes, that was Mom. Mom was saying hi. Okay, so this is where the confusion starts for me. So I need to make sure to put this on my design wall so I get myself a little bit organized. So I'm going to come in here and put that there. Then I'm going to take these two, the two ones, and put that to the left of that unit. Now I have this. I need to make sure that the red goes to the red triangle. So I'm going to run these through to make sure that the red is touching the other red. Look at that, I have one chip to spare. And then I'm going to press this. Last time I didn't press it because I was rushing. We're going to press it. So I have this unit. I think you could do this with the AccuQuilt. I think I have a die that does that. So here we are. So then we have this. This is the way I have to sew it. Let me see. Yep, this is how I have to sew it. Okay. And I'm just going to move something around because I see something touching something. Not that it matters. And I guess I ran out of bobbin earlier. So I'm going to run this part again because I missed. All right, so now I'm going to come here and carefully, so I don't make a mistake again, and I am going to put this to the right with the white at the bottom. Cut that off. These are super darling. I am like I love this. I'm thinking this is wonderful, wonderful for passing it forward quilts. Just so wonderful because you can really do a lot with your scraps. This is really a great scrap buster. And even if I wanted to blow your mind even more, we could even streamline this even more. They use this for Jelly Roll Day, but you can totally do this strip piecing with 4.5-inch strip pieces and then subcut 4.5 for your center, and then hold on, and then 2.5 for your sides. What in the world? Did this not get sewn? Oh no, these are 2 extra. I get you. These are extra chips. So now I'm going to come and put this. Just saying, I think this is really kind of awesome here. Good morning, Mitzi. Now we should have our blocks, and then we can make it magical right now. This is so exciting. I get excited about the silliest things. And I love the name that she picked, the friendship block, because so adorable, the name. All right, here we are. We have our 4 now. It is for any quilt. You can. I'm thinking like you can strip piece with 4.5-inch strips. You can use a charm pack. This is like endless. All right. So here we are. We have them. I will press them really quick. And we can go to putting these 4 blocks. This is the initial block. This is the block that you just make over and over and over and over and over again. Yes, exactly, Anita. It's just so, I'm blown away right now on how this block looks in a Quilt of Valor colorway. I'm just blown away right now. Okay, so now here we are. We have our, I'm going to put it on here to show you. And all you're doing is rotating these blocks to get your friendship star in the center right there. Again, look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So freaking adorable. And we are going to go ahead. Okay, I have to get off of this, and definitely before I leave, share Teresa Louise's post, right? That's who has it. I hope I've got the name right. She is the one that does that beautiful horse. She's making that beautiful horse. She's in the mornings with us in the morning. Deb, did I get the name right or did I get the name wrong? Because he knows me. Sometimes I'm on it and sometimes I'm off it. I was watching 6 weeks of old. Aw. I just popped a pin in there in the center just to do that because I thought it would be fun to kind of keep that center straight. Okay, I did get it right. I was just making sure. I was rethinking it. There it is. Look at these Quilt of Valor blocks. Quilt 2. Yes, that's, I mean, look at these. I mean, come on. These are so adorable. I think if I end up making some more of these Quilter Valor blocks, and I did go through my scraps. I have one more bag here of scraps. I'm just going to make the blocks, and then I'm going to just set them with maybe a blank big block next to it, alternating kind of like Fabric Cafe style, because this is super cute, but I have a lot of work to do. And as a matter of fact, I got to get in the shower and get ready for my meeting at 10:30. So with that said, everybody, Garnell, hello. Welcome to the channel. Is that the channel name? Yes, Teresa Louise, I Quilt Too. I'm going to go. I'm going to put it on my post. I'm going to share her post to my community posts. And then I am going to tag her so that you can find her channel as well. Yes. And with that said, everyone have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Pass it forward. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe. So it's important to subscribe. Share my channel. That's another thing. If you don't mind on your way out giving me the thumbs up, I'd so appreciate it. So everyone be safe. Take care. Bye-bye.